Hey everyone, this is Sarah from TheStyleBlog. It feels so good to say that again. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm so excited to connect with you all again. I can't tell you how much I missed all of you in this awesome community we have here. So I figured on my first video back, why not just do an everyday makeup routine, because my makeup routine has changed a lot since I saw you guys last, and what a better way to say hey than like a fresh face of zero makeup, nothing on it. So I'm just gonna go over my makeup routine with you guys of what I wear pretty much every day if I'm just like running some errands, going out to lunch, you know, just normal things. Not like a glam look or anything, just kind of like an everyday look. So I really want to do a life update video too, but I didn't want to start out with that because why not just like give you guys some content rather than just talking about me. And I really want to hear about you guys, so tell me what you guys have been up to since you saw my last videos down in the comments, because I would love to connect with you. Also, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm also on Twitter. I want to hear from you guys. Please, I'd love to hear what you guys are up to, and I want to share some of my life with you. So I'm just really happy to be back, and I've missed each and every one of you, and can't wait to talk to you all. Okay, so let's get to this tutorial. First, I'm going to use Tarte Shape Tape in shade Light Neutral. And I'm going to try to cover some of these under eye bags, because honestly, I think it's just genetic, because no matter how much sleep I get, I always have these dark under eyes. So anyway, and I have a few little like zits down here, but they'll get covered up soon enough. Don't worry about it. I'm going to use this, it's not the Beauty Blender, if I could talk today. It's not the Beauty Blender brand. It's one I found on Amazon. I've used a lot on there. So I'll put the exact link down below and to this exact sponge, but it works really well and it feels just like a Beauty Blender. It's super soft and it works really well. Blends out super well. I wet this before I started filming and wring it out really well. You want it to just be like damp, not wet. So I'm gonna cover all this darkness under my eyes. I do use concealer before and after my foundation. Just that's how I feel like I get the best coverage underneath my eyes. So we're looking better and more awake already. Next, the foundation I've been using the most lately is this Estee Lauder Double Wear, and it's in shade 1 in 2. Again, all the names, everything will be below. So I just put a little on my hand here, just a little blob. I prefer when they have the pumps, but you know, it's fine. So, just gonna start applying this with my Beauty Blender all over my face. I use the Beauty Blender for all of my concealer and foundation. And I just dot it around until it looks pretty well dispersed and blended all over my face. I'm applying it over my eyes as well, even though I have concealer there, just for more coverage and to make sure that the color is uniform with the rest of my face. So we're just gonna dot it all over the place. Make sure to get in all little creases and crevices. I'm gonna go a little bit onto my lips as well, just so that there's not a line when I put my lipstick on later. So, and you might notice there's a little melasma on my forehead. It's fine. I'm trying to treat it to go away, but it doesn't really bother me that much. But I am using a full coverage foundation on top of it, just so people aren't like, oh my gosh, why is your forehead different colors? I don't really care. All right, so I'm going over my brows too, because we'll do those later. All right, my face is looking better already. Whew, I look like I slept a little bit. All right, and then I just usually go down my neck a little bit just to blend it on down. Because I hate the look of when your face is all one color and then your neck's a different color. Not a fan of that. All right. Then if I know I'm going to wear like a V-neck or something, I'll bring it on down just a tiny bit, but not worry about it too much. All right. Woohoo, much better. All right, so next I said I was going to use two different concealers. This one's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in shade Light. So I usually do like 5 clicks, put it under my eyes in a V here, and then have a few little zits down here, and then I usually do a little bit lighter on my forehead. This is a little bit lighter than my face, obviously, you can tell, and it's gonna sort of highlight and brighten in the places I want highlighted, and then we'll contour and make darker the places that I want darker later, obviously. So I'm just gonna blend this out like I did the other concealer and my foundation. Just keep blending until you don't see any harsh differences. Those dark under eyes are gone. Hallelujah. All right, so let's move on from foundation and concealer to, we're gonna do powder and contour. So just a quick way that I like to contour is using this Anastasia contour kit. And you can tell the shades that I use the most, obviously. This first light one up here, and then the contour I usually use this middle one here. All right, so I'm just gonna use a big brush and use that lightest shade and just kind of set my products that I've used so far. This will help them stay longer. I have oily skin, so this will help me stay matte a little bit longer as well. Make sure I get all the way up to my lash line underneath my eyes so that we don't have any movement. Here we go. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a little contour brush and I'm just gonna find my cheekbones and go on the bottom side of my cheekbones. I used to think that you would go underneath your cheekbones, but I find that it's better just to go on the bottom edge of your cheekbone. Looking better already. Just keep going until you get it as dark as you want and all blend it out so you don't see a harsh line. Then I'm gonna go up here on my forehead, right next to my hairline. The same contour and the same brush. Then I go here in my jawline. And then just a couple swipes on my neck here. Not a ton, just a little bit of definition. All right. All right, Sarah's got some cheekbones now. Watch out. All right, now I'm gonna grab a smaller shader brush to do my nose. All right, just a small shader brush, going in, again, the same color here, this middle color. And I'm gonna take it and go all the way up to my eyebrow. See, I'm just connecting it here. All right, I'm gonna do the other side. You can go with as small or as big of a little shader brush as you need. All right, so much better. A little definition in my face there. Awesome. So, moving on. All right, let's move to eyes now. I'm gonna do my eyeshadow first. I use a different eyeshadow palette every day because like there's so many eyeshadow palettes out right now. I'm just gonna use this Anastasia Soft Glam because it was on top, honestly. I'm gonna use, let's see, I'm gonna get a big shader brush first to just do an overall light brown color. So I'm gonna use this burnt orange right here. And since this is such a big shader brush, it's going to deposit color in a large area, which is what I want. I just want a little definition toward the outer crease of my eye here. There we go. We're getting some good color payoff here. All right, you're starting to see it there. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the smaller shader brush and I'm gonna pick up this rustic color. Honestly, it just depends on the day which colors I'm using because they all go together really well and they all look great blended together. I'm just gonna go back and forth and kind of blend it out into what I already put on. A bit more so in the crease, but you do want to blend it with the color we already deposited. All right, so looking better. Awesome. Now I'm just going to take this little brush here and pick up some of my, I usually do like a shimmer, or at least a lighter color on the lid. So today let's go with this rose pink. It's really pretty. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of color here and deposit it right onto my lid. So pretty. Awesome. And I'm just gonna do the same for the other side here. If you get a little bit of fallout, no big deal, we'll clean it up. Awesome. So pretty. If you want to go back with a little bit of darker, do it, girl. And you can make this as smoky or as neutral as you want. I think that looks awesome. You can take a little color underneath your eyes also if you want. Bring the whole look together. Cool. Looks great. Now let's move on from eyeshadow. All right, next, let's finish my eyes. So I'm going to use some eyeliner first. This one's Inglot shade 77. It's just pure black. I love this eyeshadow. I replace it over and over again. It stays, it goes on smoothly. It's awesome. And I'm just gonna use a little eyeliner brush here. All right. So just gonna dip in, do just a subtle winged eyeliner here. Let's see if I can get it perfect on camera. All right, I'm gonna go in here, pull my eye taut. All right, pretty good. It's hard to see when you're filming because I have a mirror over here and then I have the viewfinder, but I can't get as close as I would in my bathroom mirror. I find it works best with a clean brush, so I try to clean my eyeliner brushes each time I use them, but I'll go longer on like my face brushes. All right, let's make sure they're decently even. They don't have to be identical, but you want them to sort of go together, obviously. All right, so next I'm going to do my under eye eyeliner, and this is Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Mushroom. I feel like this is a really neutral color, looks really great on a lot of people. I'm just gonna apply it along the waterline, or along my lash line here. This is more of like a grayed out, sort of taupey brown. Black, I don't feel like looks as good on my under eye. All right, I'm just gonna apply a little bit to the waterline here. Awesome. Okay, so next I'm going to curl my lashes. I do 3 little curls. I'm using a Tarte eyelash curler. I start at the edge, the outer edge, curl once, middle, curl once, and then toward your lash line, curl once. All right, cool. So first I apply this eyelash primer. It's the Lancome Booster XL. And it'll make your eyelashes white, obviously, but then we'll go back with mascara later. So I'm gonna apply that all over. Make sure to get all your lashes in there. Apply it to the bottom lashes as well. So this takes a little bit to dry, I would say a couple minutes. So I'm gonna do my brows while we wait on my eyelashes to dry with this, and then we'll go back with mascara. So again, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in color Soft Brown. And I'm just gonna go over and sort of fill in this front portion here and then trace them all the way back. So. This color matches my natural brow color pretty well. So I'm just gonna start where my eyebrows start and whisk them up. We're just gonna make it a little darker there, and then I'm gonna whisk them like in the direction that my eyebrows go. See, we're just filling it in, it's just getting a little bit darker. And then I'm going to trace them all the way out, the top and the bottom. Just sort of fill that in a little bit. So you can tell a difference here. You can tell a big difference. These are just more defined. I'm gonna use so this has 2 ends on it. This end, I'm just going to feather my eyebrows out a little bit so there's not a harsh line. You can use a different brush if you like, but it's nice that this is built in to this product. All right, so you can see much better, much more defined. This one's just a little light. So I'm gonna do my other eyebrow. Just doing the same thing with this brow. Just following the natural shape of my brows. They're not microbladed or anything, so I just like to keep them natural and then just fill them in as needed. And then I'm just gonna shade them on out with the other end of this tool. All right, again, like the winged eyeliner, they need to go together, but they don't need to be perfectly matching. So I think I have achieved that. Let's move on. So my eyelashes are, I would say, like 90% dry, which is what I like to then apply my mascara. So my all-time favorite mascara in the whole entire world that works the best for me is this Benefit They're Real. I love it so much. I bought it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and start at the base here and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle all the way to the ends. Hope you guys can see all that length. This mascara creates awesome length and volume. Okay, Okay, cool. Now we're just gonna do the other eye and wait for this to dry. I do apply 2 coats of this. So once it's like 80-90% dry, I will go back with another coat. And the cool thing about this mascara is it has little, like, I don't know what exactly they're called, like little spikes on the top here that you can actually go in with your wand like this instead of just using it, you know, like another mascara wand. So that helps get these little wings out here to be extra long. All right, and while that is drying down most of the way, this mascara is pretty wet along with the primer, but I just do other things while I'm waiting for them to dry. So I'm gonna use my blush. I've been using this Laura Geller Blush and Brighten Pink Buttercream lately. So I'm just gonna take a little brush here, a little blush brush, and start at my apples of my cheeks and work upward toward my cheek contour. See here, looks pretty good. All right, so see if that's mostly dry. Yep, so we're gonna go back with my second coat of the Benefit mascara. All right, so again, I'm gonna let my mascara dry down about 90% and then I'm gonna brush it through. In the meantime, I'm just gonna use a little bit of highlighter. This ColourPop Wisp looked good today, so let's use this. I like the color on this a lot. So I'm just gonna dab it on above my cheekbones here. Just add a little pop of highlight. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just a little bit under my brow, over my brow. A little bit of my lip here, and just on my nose. Just gonna glow a little bit, not too much. All right, so my eyelashes feel almost dry, so I'm gonna go back with just one of these brushes. Normally they're for eyebrows, but I use them for my eyelashes. And I'm just gonna separate my eyelashes a little bit so they're not too clumpy. I know this is a lot on eyelashes, but it's almost my favorite part, so I just like them to be super long. A lot of volume. All right, hope you can see how long they are. Looks really good. Okay, so last but not least, we're gonna do lips and then a setting spray. So first, I just like to go over, I just use this EOS. It's just like an all natural lip balm. I just put a little bit on because my lips tend to get like so dry in the winter underneath lipstick, so usually doesn't affect the staying power of the lipstick. And today I'm just gonna use a ColourPop Appy. This is like kind of a neutral color for me. It makes your lips look alive, but it doesn't give you too much color. So again, it's just my everyday look. So I'm gonna apply this. You could use a lip liner if you wanted to, but I'm not going to today. And then I like to just blot just a little bit so it doesn't get on my teeth. It's nice little like neutral with a little bit of pinky orangey. Last but not least, I'm gonna use Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm just gonna do like 2 to 3 pumps on my face. I like that feeling when you feel it all over and you just have to kind of shake your head a little bit. Does anyone else do that? Anyway, so that helps my makeup stay on super well. Again, I have super oily skin, so my makeup tends to melt off of me, so that kind of helps keep it on. So this is my everyday makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, all the products will be listed below, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I will answer your questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so happy to be back with you guys, and I promise there's more videos coming, including a life update video, because a lot of stuff has happened since I last saw you guys. So I'd love to keep you in the loop, love to hear about your lives, and just most of all, like, thanks for supporting me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I couldn't do this without you. So thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye from the Style Blog.